Goddamn, go eat and sleep.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hockenson. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Packers have it. What a demoralizing play. A big chunk coming in the passing game. Looking like they had flipped the field, but then, Greg, the fumble and the deep. With the recovery.
Explosive plays. That's what this offense has been talking about. This is what they've been preaching. But at the end, Mike, you have...
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. Love to throw to get started. Going up top. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings them down. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is McCarthy. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
3rd and 6. Man who spent his first 7 NFL seasons here in Green Bay, here's Aaron Jones.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Big mistake with the punt return unit there. You think the defense is off the field, but here they come back again after the turnover.
These plays are just back-breaking, Mike. As you said, you get a big stop. You think your defense is going to get a chance to come off the field and get a break. Next thing you know, 1 minute later, they're back out there, and the offense gets a chance to do it all over again.
Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. 3rd and long. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
Tackle 18. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check out.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end downfield. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Packers.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. So after one, 7-3 is our score. Love to throw it on 1st down. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And this will wind up a Vikings first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line. And he'll get about 5. We get a stoppage. There's an injured player. It is T.J. Hawkinson who was shaken up on that last play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackmon.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up first and...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Packers have it. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
The man in motion is Watson. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. He's going to air this one out. That is caught to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 86 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, they'll come up to 3rd and 3. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Minnesota. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here's 3rd and 7.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. On comes the Packers punting team. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds.
Here we go.
He'll take the snap and go down to a knee. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go down to a knee. Packers going to use their final timeout now. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Packers 21, Vikings 3.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lion. Ready?
Here's Love to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
70 Ranger.
Throwing on second down, Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. On play action, Love. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Reichert. His kick is good. And the Vikings get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Come on. Set. Panther 60. Check smash.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. The man in motion is Watson. Here's Love. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Completes this one. That's Christian Watson.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On the bootleg, it's Love. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
Panther 11. Shut up. 60 Bobcat. 18, Pioneer.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down.
Mustang 19. Hey, smash.
The man in motion is Watson. They'll go for it. Love. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Now a run on 1st down. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Here's McCarthy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now a handoff, running right. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Love. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Here's a run going left. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. The man in motion is Watson. This one complete right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw is Love. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Seven Pirates, seven Pirates. Big alert.
It's the
big
tight
alert.
end Kraft in motion.
Warrior 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Let's go.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. This is Jones. Now a loose football. The Packers have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That is caught. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. on 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. Yeah. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
That is hauled in at the 5. He is in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point is good. And the Packers tack on one more to their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. And this will wind up a Vikings 1st down. He's got this up to the 35.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Now give on the ground. A gain of 11 on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. They try the right side this time. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll turn and hand this one off. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll try again after the penalty. 2nd and 15.
Here we go.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? They'll run. He'll try the left side now. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. This 4th down is looming.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They will take a knee here. Tucker Kraft, touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. So, it's a win for the Packers. They get the victory away from home.